Hey there, welcome back. I hope everybody's doing good out there today. Today I'm going to be listening to some more Angelina Jordan, and I've decided to do something. These videos aren't going to come out back to back, but over about the next week or so, I'm going to do all three of these videos. I'm going to be doing the Norway's Got Talent videos that I've had requested. So this first one is going to be her first performance, I believe it is, and it is Gloomy Sunday. This was requested by Most to Dot, 2012 Inca, Alan Sketcherly, I always have trouble with your name, Christian, It's Schmidt, Long Hope Bro, Patron, Donna Phillips, and Walderman Wojatan. I apologize for anybody I've mispronounced their names. I have trouble just reading normal names, so when it gets into these names that are crunched together, but YouTube forces them to not have spaces and stuff, I start having a lot of trouble. But I'm super excited for this. This is kind of where she started. I know I've seen videos of her literally as a baby, but I think the Norway's Got Talent, if I remember what y'all have told me, is really that's where she hit it. You know, she became a force, or became a known force. She's always been a force, but she became a known force on this show. And this is, I believe, her first audition. I am doing the actual audition video, so it's a little bit longer. It'll have stuff on the front and the end and the back, and then the performance in the middle. But hopefully it has subtitles. It doesn't have. I can't turn on closed captions, so hopefully it has embedded closed captions. But even if it doesn't, I'm still going to watch the whole thing. But I'm really excited for this. I've seen the screenshots of her of how little she was, so this is crazy. Real quick, I did want to remind you, I do have a Patreon link down in the description. Most of my reactions go up there at least a day in advance, and if you join the Blades tier, you get a Patreon shout-out request every month. Doesn't matter what it is, how obscure or how crazy. If you love it, I want to hear it. If you want to donate a little more directly, I do have my PayPal and my Buy Me a Coffee links down in the description. And if there's a specific song you want me to get to really quick, best way to do that is to request that with a song or with a donation. I get to those requests as quick as I can, usually within just a day or two, and I really can't thank you guys enough for all the support. I really, really appreciate it, so thank you. But anyways, let's go ahead and switch on over. And I got the picture from this actual performance. I decided, because I have one from the America's Got Talent where she's a little bit older than this. In my, I have files of band pictures and band logos and stuff. But I'm like, since this is even younger, I wanted to get a picture of her from the appropriate age. So here we go with Angelina Jordan, her first Norway's Got Talent audition with Gloomy Sunday.
Første auditiondag går mot slutten, og for de yngre deltakerne kan vente til å bli lang. Heldigvis for Angelina både mamma, familie og venner med som støtte.
She's so little.
Jeg heter Angelina Jordan. Jeg 7 år. Jeg kommer fra Oslo. Jeg skal synge en sang som heter Gloomy Sunday fra Billie Holiday. Jeg har en kjempestor gjeng. Pappa og lillesøster, mormor og mamma. Jeg elsker å synge, og når jeg blir stor, så vil jeg være en superstjerne.
Well, she's there.
Hvis dommerne sier ja, så blir jeg veldig glad. Da blir jeg sånn...
Hei, Andreas heter jeg, jobber med lyd. Skal du få den mikrofonen der? Du har synget mikrofonen før, ikke sant? Kjempebra, da vet du hva du skal gjøre.
Du klar inne der?
Ja.
Ja. Ok. Gå ut og gi dem jazz.
Real quick before she goes out, I noticed she's already barefoot. So this is actually after she had already met the little girl that she gave her shoes to. So this is already, she's already has her who she is already coming out of her. She's born to do this. And I love seeing that this is, even at this age, it was already after. At this age, she's already older than she was when she discovered the poor little girl without shoes, and where she stopped wearing shoes on stage when she performs because of that. And it's that's special. It's kind of making me tear up just thinking about that whole situation. This young of a little girl understood that so fully, and it's just crazy. She's so good, and she's already a superstar, even at this little age. I forgive me, I don't know exactly how old she is in this video. I know it's like 7 or 8, I believe, maybe even younger than that. But she now she's 20, I believe, and she's an absolute superstar now. But even back then, she really was already.
Hei sann.
Hei.
Hei, velkommen hit.
Takk.
Hva heter du?
Jeg heter Angelina Jordan.
Hvor gammel er du da?
Jeg er 7 år.
So she's
7
7.
år, og hva er det du skal gjøre for oss her i dag?
Jeg skal synge for dere.
Hvilken sang da?
Gloomy Sunday fra Billie Holiday.
Ok. Da gleder vi oss, Angelina. Da kan du bare sette i gang når du er klar. Scenen er din.
Real quick, before we get into the song, I've never really watched all these talent shows. I mean, I've watched parts of them, but I was never like I've got to sit down and find out who's winning, make the phone call to help do it. Of course, here it was always America's Got Talent, or no, it was, what's the original one? Not the original one, but the big one. God, I can't remember the name of it. But then it kind of morphed, and then America's Got Talent, where it was more than just singing. But I never really watched those shows as a whole. But I've spent hours watching small clips of individual singers or compilations of like best metal singers and all the voice, the voice shows from around the world, not in America because not much metal gets sang there. But so I've watched like individual. I've found amazing, talented people doing it that way. So I was never really big into watching the actual show, but I've spent endless hours watching clips from these shows. So this is very cool. Okay, this, you can already hear the quality she has now in there. Just the soul that's in the voice. It's not as powerful as it is now, or even just in a couple of years, if even that long, where she starts getting more and more power to her voice. But even though it's kind of delicate, it's got so much texture to it, so much, just like I said, soul. That's the best word for it, is soul. She was born with it, and now that she's able to work, we have the luck of, back then they got the luck of discovering and for the first time hearing this little girl singing this incredibly. But we have the luck of hindsight, where we can see where she is now and then look back to see where she came from and see where that transition and just the work and just raw ability comes together and becomes what she is now. But this is incredible. Just like I said, the texture in her voice, her inflections that she's already doing at this young age is crazy. So good. She's so good. Even at 7 years old, she was incredible. That's crazy. It's just crazy how good she is.
Gud av meg, altså.
Angelina,
Ja.
jeg tror at du er en gammel sjel som har levd mange liv. Du synger helt fantastisk. Jeg fikk gåsehud helt fra starten av. Jeg har ikke egentlig mistet litt tom for ord her, egentlig.
Det var helt fantastisk å sitte og høre på deg. Dette var virkelig, altså. Du er jo musikk.
Takk.
Ja.
Vet du hva jeg tenker om deg? Jeg tenker at du er født til å synge. Og jeg vil si at foran oss her, folkens, så har vi ei stjerne.
Absolutt.
Noen ganger når man er voksen, når man ser et barn som synger, så forstår man ikke helt hvordan det går an. Fordi at du synger på en sånn måte som man tror at man blir nødt for å være voksen, og kanskje til og med ganske voksen, for å gjøre. Vet du hva sangen handler om?
Ja. Det handler om en trist søndag.
Det gjør det. Jeg kjente den triste søndagen. Det var fantastisk å høre på. Virkelig fint.
Da stemmer vi, folkens.
Obviously, I know what the votes are going to be.
Ja! Angelina, du er videre i Norske Talenter.
Tusen takk.
Tusen takk.
Du synger helt vidunderlig.
Tusen takk.
Hvor har du det fra? Om å bli blown away.
Det er det beste jeg har sett.
Hørte du den raspen? Det høres ut som jenta har drukket whisky siden hun kom.
Oh, that.
Fantastisk!
Men sånne ting der kan ikke bli lært. Det er sånne ting som du er født med, og hun hadde det bare.
Hun likte jazz. Det er ingen andre barn som liker jazz. Men hun liker jazz, og hun synger jazz som en gud.
En sang om en trist søndag, men dette er en glad dag.
Fantastic.
Tusen takk, publikum. Nå kommer det fantastiske. Virkelig, altså.
Okay, so that was Angelina Jordan on her first night on Norway's Got Talent with singing Gloomy Sunday. That was fantastic. Just the raw ability of that girl is crazy. And now that she's put so much work into it, you can see where she, we all know where she is now. It's crazy. She's just crazy good. It's not fair. It's not fair. She's so good. She just, and she has this ability to connect, which is, not a lot of, people who've been singing for for 50 years don't always have that ability to connect, and she had it when she was 7, or even younger. That was great. Really enjoyed that. Just to let you know, like I said, I'm gonna do all 3. I believe there's 3 of them. What's the next one? I'm a Fool to Want You, and then Bang Bang. I believe those are the other 2. Not because it's not going to be in a row. It's not going to be like tomorrow's going to be that one, the next one. But over the next week or so, I'm going to do those other 2 to kind of, see her progression throughout the show. Because I've seen her after the show when she went to the America's Got Talent. So I'm very curious about the Norway's Got Talent episodes. So this was fantastic. Really enjoyed this. If you like the video, give it a like, comment, subscribe, and notification bell. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you next time.